forget all the victories that God has already accomplished in your life. And so when we read Psalm 8, we are reading about King David, who's in the middle of battle after battle. We're reading of a shepherd boy who just had an inexplicable victory. A shepherd boy who talked a mighty big game in the name of the Lord and stepped to the face of a giant and slew him with a single stone. And so when we read David's celebration, we're reading about a man who has just conquered what everybody else thought was impossible. Right. And he is now having a moment alone with the Lord, addressing how he feels about his victory. So in David's post-game interview with the Lord concerning the victory with Goliath, he looks to God and he says, when I look at the stars, when I look at the sky, when I look at the creation, when I look at your hands, when I look at how majestic you are, when I look at how much excellency is just in you, when I look at how amazing you are all by yourself, the way you formed the world, the way you made amazing, who is man that you would even consider him? Who am I that you would even think of me? Here's the reason why I believe this testimony is powerful. Because when you're a shepherd, you spend the majority of your time outside with the sheep. And since sheep aren't the greatest conversationalists, you spend a lot of time looking around and paying attention to nature. When you lead the sheep, you go through a whole lot of different terrains. You spend a lot of time on mountaintops. You spend time in valleys. You spend time on the grass. You spend time by water. And as you're leading these sheep that you can talk to but can't talk back to you, you begin to look around a whole lot and see everything that God has done in creation. Yes, sir. And you think about all the work that he had to have put in order to make the world mold to his will. And so when David approaches this psalm, he's not approaching it from a position of ignorance. And he's not just looking at these words because he looked at some stars and the skies in a science book. He has personal experience with the creation at large because he spent a lot of time alone, a lot of time looking at what God has done, a lot of time in solitude, and a lot of time paying attention to the fact that somebody amazing must have molded these stars and set them in the sky. Somebody incredible must have made the difference between day and night. Somebody majestic must have done something incredible to make the mountains rise as they do, to make the grass still as it is, to make the water move as it does, to tell these mountains to stop here and these valleys to cease here. Somebody incredible must have done all these things. So in reflection, David has a lot of remembering what the Lord has created. And so as he looks at creation and considers everything that God has done, he then looks at himself and says, me, I pale in creation in comparison. Yeah. When I look around at how much bigger these mountains are than I am, I look so small. When I look at the might of the beasts of the field, I look so weak. When I look at the light of the stars in the skies, I don't glimmer as much as I thought I do. And I'm frail, and I know this because of my humanity. And so when I look at the world that you've created, I think to myself, who am I that you would even think twice about me? Because I'm sure the stars are prettier to look at. I'm sure the mountains are much more noble to talk about. But you looked at me and you crowned me with majesty over creation. Here's why this passage has to resonate with those of us who understand what it's like for God to give us victories. Because when you don't know how to say thank you, Lord, then you'll never be able to appreciate him in approaching the next battle. See, in most of our conversations with God, we spend so much of our energy asking God what he can do that we have little energy left to thank him for what he's done. We spend so much time wondering if he's going to get us through that we spend very little time thanking him for what he already has done. And I believe that if we spend a little bit more energy and attention considering the fact that he has made some pretty amazing things happen in some pretty frail and weak people, then we can take into consideration that I believe God can do much more than I think I can or that I ever could in my entire life. Because now I know at this particular stage that this thing ain't about me. It ain't about what I can do. It ain't about what I can accomplish. It's about the fact that a God who sits high and looks low has looked at me and said, I can make some pretty amazing things happen. In a people that have a very lifespan. Yes. Have mercy, David, if you go outside without a hat on your head, you get sick. If you spend too much time with the wrong animals, you ain't gonna make it. And on top of that, even in your best health, if you only live to the healthiest you can, if you eat every bit of green vegetable you see, and if you get every bit of exercise you can, you still only gonna live 100 years. And so in light of all that, I'm looking at you, seeing all of your weaknesses, yet and still I consider you. If that ain't amazing, then we must be built up with some kind of arrogance to believe that we deserve the presence and the power of the Lord. Maybe a different perspective. Consider how much energy you're willing to spend to get the attention of people that you consider to be important. Some of y'all ain't never seen the CEO of the company you work for. Let Beyonce walk by and shake your hand. I know it. Lose your mind. He knows I'm a God. Yes. Tell the truth. But God. Creation, and here's the thing about God. This wasn't an attempt to and honor. Yes. You put over the works of your hands. You put everything under his feet. Yes. All the flocks and the herd, the beasts of the fields, the birds of the air, and the fishes, all that swim the paths of the sea. Lord, our Lord. I'm familiar with the double entendre. Yeah. Same statement. Same statement that has two meanings. Yes. Yeah. Same statement, two meanings. When we see double entendres generally in the Old Testament that reference Christ, we call them prophetic. And so when we're reading it, they have an immediate application, but they also have a future application. And in most cases, when we see those things, they have a direct reference to Jesus, meaning that they have an application in their current context, which David doesn't just have a current application, it has a future. And so if you have testimony of who Jesus is, so much brighter than we are. Because the beasts of the field would have looked much stronger. If I was looking for somebody to put a crown on, I could have found 1,001 things in creation that would have fit the bill better than little old me. But God somehow, some way, decided and determined a bit of attention. Why? Because he decided to. That's the only reason. Sometimes we live life as if we deserve our position with the Lord. When you get out of the mind that God owes you something, when you get out of the mindset that God gives you gifts because you deserve them, then it becomes a little easier to say thank you for everything. Why? Because you sit high and you look low. Why? Because you talked to somebody who wasn't worthy and crowned him with honor. Why? Because you knew beforehand that I would need you, but at the same time had no obligation to provide not only money, and can we talk about this for a second? Because God doesn't just provide your needs. Just looking at y'all, I can tell you, God is giving you guys so much stuff that you just want. That you just want. Not that you need, that you just want. And when we take all the things that God has done and given into consideration, I believe thanks are in order. And thanks in and of themselves are sufficient. I've lost, and thank you. I've struggled, and thank you. I've fallen, and thank you. Why are you saying thank you at the end? Because I wouldn't know what falling looks like if I didn't know what up was. Because sometimes God just does things for the sake of the contrast. Some of you guys wouldn't know what down felt like if you weren't first up. Some of you guys wouldn't know what loss feels like if you didn't first know victory. How do you know you're losing? Because you know what winning looks like. How do you know what a bad day is? Because you know what a good one looks like. How do you know you're struggling? Because you know what peace looks like. And so when we learn to thank God even when, then it changes your perspective, because now you always find something to thank God for. And when you can't find anything, thank Him anyway, because you just ain't thinking hard enough. Learn how to thank Him without question. You don't need a reason. Just say thank you. You don't have to attach anything else or further. Just learn how to say, I appreciate it. What do you appreciate? Just it. What is it? I don't know. But there's an it there. I wrote that in Israel. You ever notice when Israel was about to face a major battle or a major challenge, he would always give his credentials? Did I not lead you out of Egypt? Did I not feed you in the desert? Did I not lead you through the Red Sea? Did I not kill your enemies? Did I not lead you to the promised land? And so when you look forward, the best way is to look backwards, because my celebration of your previous victories is the best way to gain strength for my future Goliath. And so when David is after Goliath, he pauses for a minute to say, wow, how amazing are you? Excellent is thy name in all the earth. Who is a man? Attention. And get this, please get this. Not only am I thanking Him because He thought about me, He has the audacity to be long suffering, to endure in our shortcomings, to be a present help in time of weakness. And not only this, but get this, please forgive us of our sins and trespasses. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, because when you spend time with people that you don't believe are worthy of your time, they are. You cross me. I don't like you anyway. I dare you to do one thing that irritates me, bothers me. Don't look at me the wrong way. Don't you suck your teeth the wrong way. Don't do anything that would make me think that you don't want to be here, because I don't want to be here or you ain't worthy of my time. That's the way we treat one another. Yet we have the audacity to say, God, hear me when I cry. Yet He's faithful. Yet He's patient. Yet He's long-suffering. Yet He's forgiving. How in the world do you know that you're going through a storm right now? Because He's the one who showed you what cold water looks like. And what He's done and what He's willing to do, I wish I could get this. So here's where we are. Does God, but the double entendre is applicable. Because now that we know that God has indwelt, He said, not only you know that I see you, not patient with you, not only forgive, not only make a way out. Here's how much I want you to become like us. I'm going to know personally God, you really identify with being a human because in eternity, God ain't susceptible to fall. But I'm going so that not only will I be able to deal with you from a loving standpoint, but I want to deal with you from an identification. When you pray to me, ask me of anything, when you praise, understand that what it is you're doing. I have too much of an ego to be God. That's because if that was me and somebody was thanking me after I had already dealt with what they dealt with, when they come to me and I what you I praise that you get to. So when you thank me, you wow, I'm not before you reach on me, so he's gonna say, I did. To understand, watching God from that vantage changes the manner in which you, whatever it was, just learn how to thank Him. Thank Him. If you put the Lord in the middle of your struggle, because honestly, I know I couldn't have been David either. So I would have gotten a sling box tattooed on my forehead. Just to remind everybody else not to cross me. But honoring God from an angle of gratitude changes the way you look forward because you understand what He's dealt with in retrospect. Yes. And I don't know where you are this morning, but honestly, it doesn't. Because wherever you are, there's a thank you in the word. Whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever it is you're struggling through, whatever it is you haven't been delivered from, whatever it is you thought God would deliver you from, but He didn't deliver you in the way you wanted Him to deliver you, whatever it is, there's a thanks in order. Yes. So the call to you this morning is to find your thank you in the Lord. And if you're a child of God, then the concept is very simple. When you believe that Jesus is the living God, and you accept Him, and you commit your life to Him, and you confess Him, and you live for Him, what you're essentially saying with your life is thank you. Yes. You understand that? Yes. Your worship is thank you. Your morality is thank you. Your lifestyle is thank you. Your transition is thank you. All the things that you did from this point forward. Why? Because God already did the work. What are you thanking Him for at this particular time? Well, thank you for sending your Son. Yes. Thank you for making Him a little bit lower than the angels and crowning Him with thank you for Him dying on the cross. Yes. Thank you for never separating. Thank you for giving me of my wrong. Thank you for everything. That baptism is not removal of filth from the flesh, but an answer of a good conscience towards God. Yes. So when your heart says thank you, your lifestyle follows. Yes. And we will baptize you right here for the remission of your sins. If your desire, knowing that you are already a child of God, is just to thank God, even in your requests. So if that's your desire, if you need prayer without saying to the Lord, "Oh Lord, our Lord," response. Oh Lord, our Lord, how excellent is your name. Your name is great. Your name is high. A strong tower makes me say, oh Lord, His grace. There's nobody like you, Lord. Nobody like you, Lord. How excellent is your name.